Well, what do we have here? Another top 5 list, and today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite women of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, there's a lot of great female characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In fact, I've enjoyed all of them except for one, and we know who that is. Captain Marvel. That's right. You can call me a sexist if you want, but that doesn't really make sense when I've loved every other female character that's been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe except for this character. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. I just had to get that out there because that is the narrative that the mainstream media loves to spin with anyone who doesn't like Captain Marvel. So, let's go ahead and talk about my top 5 favorite women of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I have a little bit of a surprise in here. But before we get to that, I just have to start off with my number 5 pick, and that is Peggy Carter, who is the love interest of Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. Not only did I really like her in the first Avenger, I also really enjoyed her in her own TV series, Agent Carter. I thought that it was an incredible series, and to this day, I still wish that there was a season 3, which sadly we'll probably never get, which sucks because there's so many different cliffhangers and all of that stuff at the end of season 2, and I want a season 3 so badly. I loved that show. I thought it was fantastic. And I love Peggy Carter. She's a great character. She has a lot of strengths and charisma, and she's extremely intelligent, and she just is a fantastic character. I love the way that she has her whole arc with, falling in love with Steve Rogers and stuff, and then he went into the ice and all of that, and then she basically has to learn to recover from that and to move on from that. And because of that, she actually becomes a stronger person because she moves on from that to become someone even stronger and better and greater. She becomes like an agent, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see, and it's so cool to see like the origins of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all of that stuff as well. So cool. So that is my number 5 pick, and coming in at number 4, this is my surprise. I actually lumped 2 female characters into number 4 because you can't really have one without the other, and that is Nebula and Gamora. I love both of these characters a lot. I love their journey throughout the films. They both are very tortured characters who have very dark pasts, who come from really tough spots. And the thing that I love about this is that they both have very similar journeys throughout the films, but they both go in very different directions. Gamora goes in more of a redemptive direction, while Nebula is very full of anger and rage and wants revenge and all of that stuff. But at the same time, she is starting to have a redemptive arc, I believe, and it'll be interesting to see how she has her redemption story in Endgame, which I think is what's going to happen. I think she's going to have a big redemption arc in Endgame. I really have a soft spot in my heart for tortured characters who have dark and tough pasts and stuff, and these characters definitely fall into that category. They both are strong despite that, and that's what true strength is when you are in a tough place, but you still manage to come out of it okay and stronger than even before. And moving on to number 3, this is Pepper Potts. Especially during the beginning of the MCU, she was very, very important. If there was no Pepper Potts, there would be no Tony Stark. There would be no Iron Man. She was his strength. She was his rock. And that's what I love so much about her. She was so important during the MCU, and it really sucks that she's just become kind of swept under the rug in a lot of ways over the past few years with the mainstream media and SJWs, and that's just because they don't consider her a strong character, when in fact she is extremely strong because she was the one who stuck with Tony Stark through all those years when a lot of people didn't. Most people didn't. And that's what I like so much about her. She's so supportive of him, and she has really great woman qualities. She has like the nurturing qualities that most women have way more than men do. She has that supportive, strong quality about her, and she's always there for him. I love her wittiness and her humor as well, and the fact that she sticks with Tony Stark no matter what. Even when he is a complete douchebag, she is always there for him, and that's what I love so much about Pepper Potts. Moving on to number 2, we have Sheree. So she's a pretty new character. She showed up in Black Panther, and I believe, from what I remember, that is the first time that we actually get introduced to her. And I think Sheree is an incredible character. I love her humor. I love her charisma. She's just so much fun to watch on screen, and she's just such a fun character. She's awesome. And I love everything about her, and I can't wait to see more of her in the future. And I love how smart she is. I love the fact that she is literally like as smart, if not smarter than like Tony Stark. She is incredibly smart, and she is just a fantastic character, and I love what they've done with her up to this point, and I can't wait to see where they go with her in the future. Moving on to my number 1 pick, you might have guessed it, it is Black Widow. I love Black Widow, I love Natasha, and I love her story. Going back to that tortured character type of arc, she definitely comes from a tortured past. Everything that she's been through, making her into an assassin, and the Red Room and all that stuff, she has an incredible journey, and where she's at now from where she began is just so cool to see, and I just can't wait to see where they go with her character. I love her aura of mystery about her, and the fact that we still don't know too much about her past, even though we've had lots of glimpses at it throughout the films. But I love the fact that she is just there to support the team, and she sees when a situation needs help and all of that stuff, and she's there to fight. And the fact that she can hold her own with these mega superheroes and stuff, and she's just as much of a badass as they are, really shows just how awesome she is. And Scarlett Johansson is awesome as well. I love Scarlett Johansson, and I love her portrayal of this character, and I can't wait to see what they do in her own movie as well. If there's one female character in the MCU that deserves her own movie, it is definitely Black Widow, and I've been waiting for her to have her own movie since like Iron Man 2, the Avengers film era, and I can't wait for her to actually have her own film. It's been a long time coming, and she totally deserves it, and it's kind of crazy that she hasn't had one and Captain Marvel gets one way before she does. That's just not right. She totally has deserved it and earned it, and you know, it's a long time coming. So she's definitely the one that I'm looking forward to the most as far as the female characters moving forward, and I can't wait to see where they continue to go with Black Widow's character. I think she's great. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5 video, this top 5 list. Let me know in the comments below, what are your top 5 favorite MCU female characters? And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. This is coming from your neighborhood sexist, signing out.